Yo, what's going on, Jackson? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Grand Rising. How's everybody doing? Yep. This is another Saturday. This is a Saturday. Yo, we gonna get it in there. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I had to come on here, kid. Yo, cause man, listen. Yo, you know we got that J Train meeting. You know that J Train thing. Uh, Controversy. You know what I'm saying? It's mad controversy with this J Train thing. If you don't know it or not, resident. And it's going down. I wanted to talk about this, kid, because, see, I had been, a friend called me yesterday, and I guess that they're in another circle than I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I'm on the, I guess I'm on the official circle. You know what I'm saying? They're on like a personal type circle type situation, but I'm not in that loop. So, but I still got like first-hand knowledge of the stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to share today about this this MV transport situation. But first of all, let me say something. Let me ask y'all something. How y'all doing this morning? I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a good night rest. I hope Friday wasn't stressful. I know a lot of stuff goes on Friday. I hate Fridays. I swear I do. I just wish, the dickens that I could maybe, if I could just find me a full-time job working one day, and that'd be Friday. That'd be Friday. I hate Fridays. Because it's stuff always going on Fridays. You know what I'm saying? But, and I'm like, man, I remember it was on a Friday with these kids that got hit by a car. You know what I'm saying? It was if it ain't Friday, it's a Saturday. It was a Saturday. My dude got hit by a car. We was kids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's always something else happening. It's either Friday or Saturday. It's always cracking. You know what I mean? And it be negative. Especially Fridays, though, for real. Y'all know. Especially end of the week, man. Listen, they be tripping. Folks be tripping on Fridays. I don't know why that day. Why that day is like a cursed day. A day that's been cursed for some reason. Don't you think? Don't you ever notice that? I mean, I lived 52 years, and I always noticed that it's something about Friday that it's like, I don't care. It's like Friday and Saturday. The vibe is always the same no matter wherever you go on the planet. Saturday's vibe is like, that rest vibe, that shopping vibe, that everybody just want to go out and just shop and mingle and hang out, whatever. And that's cool. I like Saturdays. Because I remember in New York, it was always like that too. You know what I'm saying? I stayed some time in San Antonio, Texas. It was like that there. You know what I'm saying? When I drive over the road, it was like that. It didn't make no difference where you were on a Saturday. That vibe was there. But Friday, man, listen. Man, I was in Nashville, Tennessee. Crazy. On Friday. Ontario, California. Crazy. Friday. 2 TA truck stops. Nuts. I'm telling you, it was always crazy. But anyway, I'm telling you, Friday. But I'm glad that you're up and you're moving about. You know what I'm saying? And you're getting your exercise on, or maybe you're at work, maybe you're going to work, maybe you're coming to from work. Man, it probably don't end for us. You know what I'm saying? It don't end. The struggle for working for us black folks don't end. It ain't like other folks. Folks be getting the weekend off and, man, bonuses and all that kind of junk, man. Please, shit, man, ain't nobody doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just being real. We don't get them type of goddamn benefits. You know what I'm saying? Cause shit, we gotta hightail shit in and get it. We get the shit that they don't want, right? Ain't that right? I know it's cracking. We get the shit that they don't want. You know what I'm saying? We gotta wind up working the graveyard shift. We gotta wind up working that bullshit Saturday, or that bullshit. I ain't gonna say bullshit Sunday, because that's the day for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But they gotta, or matter of fact, it'll be a bullshit Wednesday. It could be a Wednesday. I mean, they don't want. A lot of times they don't want to work. A lot of times they want to swap. Or maybe it might be a Friday where they gotta work and they want to swap it out with you. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. They want you to work their Friday. You know what I'm saying? You got Friday off. Why would they want to? These folks, I'm telling you, folks will take your Friday because you could be off, but they want to be off, so they want to call you up and say, "Hey, yo, you want to work? You want to work Friday?" Man, please, nobody want that. No, anybody finna deal with that. Look, yo, hey, ain't nobody come and see you. Oh, this ain't nobody want to deal with that mess. Yo, but nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm just telling you, yo, shit, it's just what it is. But I wanted to talk about a little bit about this mess that's going on with this bus system. You know, it's controversy. It ain't nothing but some controversy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was on the phone with somebody earlier, not earlier, but yesterday. They never called me back, but you know, that's me. You know, a lot of stuff goes on in folks' lives, and I understand that. But anyway, nevertheless, so Tuesday, you know, we got council. You know what I mean? We got council. I'm going. I'm going. I already got the bus scheduled to come pick me up. Boom, boom, boom. We're gonna make it down there. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna see, and we're just gonna go sit there and observe. I ain't going down there and voice my opinion. I ain't finna go down there and talk to them because I'm gonna tell you why. Because it ain't nothing that can be said of importance to go onto the record. Can't put everything on the record. Let me just say it like that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing that can be said that can go onto the record that's going to change the minds and thought patterns of the individuals that's going to make that decision. You understand what I'm saying? If Councilman Stokes is going to put it on the floor, you know what I'm saying? Hell, ain't nothing going to sway him out. You smell me? Ain't nothing going to sway them out. You know, so let's keep that up. Let's keep that 100. Let's keep that 100%. Ain't nothing going to sway them out. You know, he might get the votes. He may not get the votes for them to cancel this contract. But let me tell you this much. He put that shit on the floor. I can guarantee you this. They better be having a backup plan. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I mean a major one. Number one, first of all, they better be having some bread. They better have some bread. All that mess that MV Transport done did with no cost to the city, they want their bread back. They might put out a lawsuit. And they will be within their right to do it. They'll be in their right to do it. Shit, I would, wouldn't you? Hey, shit, you go into a city and you serving the city, right? And you putting up your bread to make things better. For example, let's say you own a little bus company or whatever, and let's just say you just something simple. Everything's already set up. You just put in bus stops. You put in bus stops, benches. You know what I'm saying? Sign. You know the little sign, schedule signs. You know what I'm saying? You know, with the pole and everything. You know what I'm saying? Have them embedded into the ground. Build the concrete for it and everything. I'm talking. You did the whole rigmarole. You built the whole concrete slab for that bench to sit at. And you built the spot where the little pole gonna fit for the schedule. So when the bus come, they automatically people sitting there know what schedule it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I bust it. You come in, but you won't want your bread back. Cause you think you coming in, you got a contract, everything's hunky dory. We're gonna make this thing happen for the city. The city, you see certain things that needs to change, certain things that needs to be better. Maybe that's what MV Transport thinking. I don't know. But I'm saying that maybe you're thinking that way. Maybe you say, well, we're going to be in this for the long haul. Let's do this, boom, boom, boom. Whatever it is. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? The point is, you spent some bread. You spent some money. No no contract, no cost to the city. You know what I'm saying? The city that you're in is going through some financial difficulties. And so you just said, well, we'll do this as a courtesy. Or is it? Because, let me tell you something. I don't know no entity. I don't know no entity that's gonna do something for courtesy just out of the kindness. They ain't got no damn heart. You think a business or corporate entity has a heart? A corporate entity is a decedent. Do you understand the words that's coming out my mouth? A corporate entity is a decedent. They're a dead person. They don't have no heart. They want their money. They're doing this because of politics. It's in a political best interest for them to do it. Did I say something wrong? Leave me a comment. Just tell me I'm wrong. Maybe it's something that I don't understand. Maybe it's something that maybe the backwardness has got to my, then seeped into my brain and sucked maybe the backwards tick is sucking the reasoning skills out of my brain. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think so. I don't think so. They want their bread. You gonna want your money. Ain't no corporate entity is gonna do something like that. I ain't never seen it happen. Ever. Unless that corporate entity had did something to the city where they owe. Case in point. Like, you got like Atmos Gas, for example. Atmos Gas come in, they laying down a pipeline, you know what I'm saying? And they gotta tear up the street. It's their damn job to put it back. The same way if they tore it up, the same way they need to put it back. You know what I'm saying? If they happen to put it back, if they got some skilled folks, to put this thing back, to put it back, you know, the way, I'm trying to make sure, oh gosh. If they got some skilled folks to put that street back better than it was, then so what? Hey, no, look, let me tell you something. Thank you. As long as you repair the street. As long as you repair the street in the same standard that we had it. Simple as that. That's the only thing, that's only how I can see something like that happening where it's no cost. They ain't gonna want that an entity like that wouldn't want their money back. Man, these folks didn't do that. I mean, these folks did not do this thing because they got money to spend. You honestly think that them folks is doing this mess with these drivers, these standby drivers, or these temporary drivers right now to get the city going? This is a political ploy, man. You think, how much? Let me tell y'all something. How much you want to bet? How much do you want to bet? How much do you want to bet that MV Transport and that mayor, whoever it was, and I bet you it was that mayor, they all decided, they said, we need to get this done. We need to keep this city rolling. And there was a contingency plan. How much you want to bet? MV Transport ain't going nowhere. Bet you that. I'm going down to that meeting. We're going to find out. It's going to come out the wash. You're going to find out. I'm going to come back here and I'm going to tell you about it. But I bet you all the tea in China that Mayor John Horn, his whole administration, and MV Transport got a deal, baby. How much you want to bet? I bet you, I promise you. Them folks ain't acting alone. They're not acting by themselves. When them folks went on strike, they could have said, F it. We're gonna sit. Man, that's a political ploy. political ploy. Yo, we acted in good faith. We acting in good faith. We got clean, and to make you think they got clean hands. But no. Because 1208 is telling something different. No, y'all don't got clean hands. No, y'all don't got clean hands. No, y'all not acting in good faith. Come on, man. Look, it's just like, I'm trying to see. It's just like a promissory note and your deed of trust in your house. Both of them got to be together. It's just the same thing. Good faith and clean hands got to go together. Good faith and clean hands got to go together. One, I can't see you having good faith and dirty hands, or dirty hands and in good faith. Make that make sense? Does that make sense? Leave me a comment. Leave me a comment, Jackson. Let me know what's happening. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give it to you raw, real, and straight to the point, son. I ain't playing no games here. Just think about what I'm saying, though. I want you to really seriously think about what I'm saying here. That extra, what they said, with those temporary drivers is not out of the courtesy of MV Transport. They are a business. And let me remind you that. You need to be reminded of that. They're not acting out of the kindness of their heart. I said it before, a decedent doesn't have one. That's an entity. That's a decedent. It doesn't have a heart. It's business. It's all business. You know what I'm saying? And it's a political one. It's good political ploy. Good political ploy. Good. Hey, look, my hat come off to them. Real talk. I gotta give it to them 100% because they could have just said, "We're gonna sit," because we're not gonna spend no more bread. Now imagine. Let me ask you this question. Watch this. Let's just hypothetically say something like, think about this. What if they said, I'm laughing, I'm sorry, because it's in my head. What if they would have said, we ain't gonna spend no more bread? Then where the city gonna be? Don't you think that the Mayor John Horn is smart enough? He got people around him that's smart enough to say, hey, we can't do that. Don't you think MV Transport is smart enough to say, hey, no, we can't do that? And this will be an opportunity for us to stay in here. So if they decide to try to get rid of us, you know what I'm saying, it's going to work either one or two ways. Either way, we're going to have them by the balls, smell me, because they already owe us some bread, because we already going to sue. We're going to sue them. So let's just act in, so. But don't you think that, I just think that in this particular instance, with this strike, right, they said, well, we got to keep the city moving. And there will not be no, we're not, you already got I think, was it a 2-year contract? You got 2 more years to be in the city of Jackson. The 2 years, do you know what 2 years can do? They can get some bread. Right? Okay. Alright, so my point is this. My point is this. Don't you think that if MV Transport go ahead and say, yeah, we're going to put these temporary drivers out here, and the mayor said, yeah, you got it, yeah, we do that, and here's the contingency. I think all this thing here ain't nothing but publicity right here. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna go to that meeting, but let me tell you what my conspiracy theory is. I think that Kenneth Stokes is blowing smoke up folks' asses. You know what I'm saying? He blowing the smoke up everybody's asses to create this controversy. I really believe that. He blowing this, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you straight up and down, the council members probably ain't going to vote on it. They probably going to vote it down. You know what I'm saying? Because you know why? The mayor told them to vote it down. See, how many of them council members working for the mayor? How many council members is really working for the mayor? I mean, like, not working like far as, you know, getting paid. I mean, hell, they could be. I don't know, but I'm just saying. How many of them is like really like in favor of the decisions that the mayor? If the mayor come at them and say, "Yo, look here, don't vote for that," nah, that's gonna cripple us, and that's gonna make us look bad, and then we looking at lawsuits. They gonna turn. I'm telling you right now, this is a chess game. They gonna turn that down. I already know that. I bet you they turn it down. They gonna turn that down. If Stokes put it on the floor, if Stokes put this on the floor, it's not gonna get 4 votes, because it takes 4 votes. All they need is 4, because there's 7 of them. Nah, it ain't gonna get 4 votes. They're not gonna. I'm telling you, because he already created a relationship with MV Transport. Y'all don't remember MV? Well, I don't know if y'all do, because MV Transport said this in the in the document when Mayor John Horn first became mayor. They sent the representatives to the office to talk to him and welcome him on board and all of that. They built a relationship with him then. MV Transport built the relationship with Mayor John Horn then. So let's cut the bullshit. Just get straight to the point, son. 4 votes. They ain't gonna get it. I'm telling you, they ain't gonna get it on Tuesday. I'll come back if I'm wrong. Hey, yo, I stand 10 toes down. I stand 10 toes down if I'm wrong. But I don't think I'm wrong on this, babe. We can't never tell what the future gonna be. But for them to see, I'm not looking at nothing else. Look. We can sit around here and say, well, they ain't gonna turn it down because that's gonna hurt a lot of people, riders and everything. Like I was spewing before. No. They ain't got a damn thing to do with it, because they don't give a ding dong about us. This ain't got nothing to do with disabled folks. This ain't got nothing to do with regular riders. Ain't but none of that. This is about bread. This is about money. Federal Reserve notes, ducat, squilla, scratch. Whatever you say is all that. That's what this is about. That's what this is about. It's about money. And I can guarantee you, residents, MV Transport and the mayor is working side by side, trying to devise a plan, because that 1208 ain't going to move. They know 1208 ain't going to move. So the mayor and his advisors is coming up with these plans with MV Transport. You know what I'm saying? You know, what is it that we can do to get... I'm not totally oblivious or have an unreasonable thought pattern that it won't happen with 1208. I'm not saying that 1208 wouldn't, that the mayor wouldn't be talking to the 1208 leader. I'm not going to totally say that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you this, they all having to sit down. They having to sit down, because this is about bread, baby. This is about bread. This is about money. You know what I'm saying? And it's about money on all ends. See, Kenneth Stokes is right. Kenneth Stokes is right. You want to win-win. But what's that guy? What's that cat name? But the councilman in the seventh ward. What's his name? Sorry, this Alzheimer's shit is getting the best of me. The fuck. But I know it's. I can't think of the young man's name. But I know his name. I know his first name is Kevin because I affiliated with my cousin's name. But he made a very valid point too. It could be a lose-lose. If it ain't a win-win, it's gonna be a lose-lose because I don't believe in winning and losing. Not in a game not when it comes to Federal Reserve notes. No, you want a win-win. You want a win-win. You get what you want. I get what I want. You know what I'm saying? See, but my point is that you ain't gonna have no win-win if you're not gonna have a win-win when one side. It's not a win-win when one side is winning. You know what I'm saying? Envy Transport can't get what they want. Where they shit on those drivers. They shit on them damn drivers and come out with some stories to tell. You know what I'm saying? They come up with these alleged stories. And then you got 1208 leader coming out. That cat coming out, Charles, I guess, I don't know the last name. But Charles coming out, he telling something different. He's saying something different. So let's keep that low. Let's get a win-win situation or lose-lose, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But let's even the playing fields. Equitability is a must in this case. Because at the end of the day, either we get some bread or we don't get no bread. Either we lose, either let me say it like this. Either Envy Transport lose that bread that they spent and the drivers go back to work, or Envy Transport put up some more bread and pay them drivers, and the city finds some bread for them to pay them back, or they extend their contract. They extend their contract for another 5 years, where they can recoup their losses, because they already bumped the fares up already. So let's. I mean, that's the only thing I can see. That's the only thing that I can see that'll work. Is if, I'm gonna say it again, if Envy Transport is come up with some more bread and pay them workers in the city, extend their contract. If they got 2 more years on their contract, extend it for another 5 years. And they know they got the city on lock. You know what I'm saying? They know they got the city on lock, but then, and see the city's not at a loss because over a period of time they gonna make some bread. The Envy Transport is gonna recoup. They're gonna recoup because the buses ain't theirs. The buses belong to the city. They'll recoup. All right. That right there solves every goddamn thing. That's over with. Extend the damn contract. If they extend that goddamn contract, that's a win-win deal. Extend that damn contract so they can recoup their losses. Let's keep that a buck. I might put that on the record. Just what I'm telling you right now, I might just say that. Because that's my opinion. Hey, the views and opinions, I'm telling you, that's what these are my views and opinions. I'm telling you, leave me a comment. Just tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just want to know. Leave me a comment. Like and share this video. And leave me a comment. Because, yo, I'm telling you, that's the only way we're gonna resolve this matter with this transportation company. And it's either going to be a lose-lose or win-win. It's one of the two. It's one or the two. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because, yo, see, everybody can win or everybody can lose. Everybody say, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We just, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we just take this L. You know what I mean? We just take this L. But see, let me tell you this. As I'm talking to you, I'm thinking, nah, the workers ain't trying to hit it. 1208 ain't trying to hit it. 1208 is not trying to hit losing. They're not trying to. But see, here's the lose. Lose on let me elaborate a little bit more on the lose deal though. They lose, and they just get to sign another contract. Okay. Let's say MV Transport, they could do it like this. MV Transport can say, well, let's sign another contract for another, let's do a neutral. They say we'll sign another contract for another 5 years, and those drivers sign another contract with MV Transport, and you know, upon contingency, whatever, and they recoup their losses. They can amortize that about their losses. They can put an amortized schedule on their losses, and that'll give them how many, you know, or how long they would have to be. They can have a contract for in order for them to recoup them losses, but then at the same time, you know what I'm saying, implement some things within the city, like I said, within inside them schedulings or whatever, and boost more. Because like I said, anything can happen between now and 5 years. Because like I said, grant money is possible. You know what I'm saying? Grant money is possible. Grant money is possible. So what we're talking about here? I bet you all the tea in China, if there was grant money, if somebody found some grant money tomorrow, tomorrow's Sunday. No. Let's say Monday. Let's say Wednesday. If somebody found some grant money Wednesday and said, yo, we got enough grant money to take care of everything. Everything has been approved. Everything has been on up and up. I bet you all this stuff will be over with. See, the whole problem is ain't nobody got no bread. But I digress. I want to go back to this lose-lose situation. If it's a lose-lose situation, then the drivers, like I said, there's got to be a contingency. The drivers, the drivers accept the bread, where MV Transport going to have to come up with some bread. And MV Transport have to come up with some bread, or the drivers going to have to accept it for what it is, go back to work, but with a contingency. See, you can't just automatically just lose. You can't lose like this, because there's a lot of folks' livelihoods is involved, is at stake at this. Folks just can't accept for the same pay for what they're getting, and it ain't feasible. It's gotta be feasible. It's gotta be it's gotta be competitive. If they're claiming that it's not competitive wages, then what the hell is MV Transport doing? Why they come in here? If you're not going to offer our drivers competitive wages, then why are you here? You see, it's got to be competitive. So they're going to have to devise a plan where they're going to have but they're going to have to wait. It will be feasible for them to wait. That's going to have to be the overall solution to this. The drivers go back and fill out. They have to have a contract. That union have a contract that with MV Transport that they would have to wait. And when and I guess MV Transport pay them on the front end, fill out a contract with the city on the back end, and get the recoup and amortize those days losses, and stay with the city. That way everybody win. It ain't no look, really ain't no lose in this deal, baby. Ain't no lose in this. Only thing that's gonna be losing is the immediate changes that's gonna be made upon the contract, redoing the contract. They need to they need to redesign this contract to where they phase, like I said, they phase out them temporary drivers. You know what I'm saying? Get a number on that. Get a number on everything they spent. Put up an amortization schedule, and they have a contract on how long their contract going to be. Extend that contract so they recoup their losses, and they pay them drivers on the front end. Now they won. Now they won with no cost to the city. You smell me? And all it got to do, all it is a sign of the contract. Look, I'm out. Yo, that's my rant for this morning. That's my rant for today. I'll probably be back on a little bit later on. I might have something else I might come up with. Talk to y'all later. Peace.